Hi everybody, this is an update for June 24th. Kind of a evening visit because one of our sons took over the morning visit for me. I don't remember where I left off last night. Mike had been capped from ECMO at 12:30 yesterday. When I came back around 8:30 or so in the evening, he had already been put back on the ECMO to about an FiO2 of 55%. They told me it wasn't, his blood gases had been within the normal range and they wouldn't normally have uncapped, but the doctor that was on that night felt that that was the thing to do. Then I guess around 10 p.m., so shortly after I left, from what I understand, he started desaturating again and they put him back up to full ECMO, 100% FiO2, and took him down on the respiration side to 50% again. Nobody called me or told me anything like that. Our son went in this morning and started asking some questions, and they kept saying everything to him, that things were still positive and whatever. They were doing another chest x-ray, and then okay. And then I went there to make sure that the baseball game was on for him, and the nurse I spoke to sort of gave me the plan back from the CT and the drug study, and that there was some kind of plan that I was not aware of, that they had already decided upon, that nobody informed me of, but it was surrounded with the drug study, and that they would give him 2 weeks of a steroid to see what was happening, and then he had started making progress, so he's got another week yet on the steroids, but now they had to put him back up to full ECMO. So again, I just feel like I've really not been kept abreast of the situation. The plan is never really discussed with me, or I'm asking for, well, what do the x-rays show? And the nurses say, well, I'm not a doctor. I'm like, I know you're not a doctor, but I'm sure there's a report. I'm sure you must have read it. Would you not read the report for people you're caring for? They said his lungs looked, one nurse earlier today in day shift said last night said his lungs looked better today. She said they were sounding better, but and then she thought she felt the x-ray that she said she didn't know about, but then said she thought it was much the same. Okay, but the same as what it was or yesterday, or same as what it was previous, or so I don't know. I just don't know. So they're telling me, the nurse tells me, just go a day at a time. Thanks. I should be aware of the plan, and so I can stay ahead of the game, and so I don't come to the end of next week and all of a sudden they're going, done. I just I'm not getting the same story, I don't, from anybody. I realized today with having tag teaming with our son, our one son, who took over morning visit for me, I really realized how not okay I am. And that's been a tough one for me to swallow, because I've just been sort of going about, what I have to do with purpose every day, just doing what I know has to be done, and kind of robotically just doing, right? Because I don't have a choice. And I'm now scared, like, for myself. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, you guys don't need to be scared for my safety or anything like that, but I've just never been afraid to ask questions. I'm avoiding purposefully the doctors because I'm afraid. Like, I know Mike's sick. You don't need to continually tell me how sick he is. I know how sick he is. But anyway, and a very wonderful, supportive, beautiful young woman who has been helping me through this, who her and her wife have been supporting me by sending little care packages with really wonderfully nutritious food, and caring for me in very tangible ways. Also helped me again last night by saying to me, because I don't know what I need, so when people ask me, like, how are you, and I'm here for you, let me know what you need if you need anything, I can't answer those questions because I don't know what I need, and I'm not really good at asking for help. So if there's things that you want to do for me, then just do them, and I will be grateful for whatever. And so she suggested I try to make a list of things, but I find that hard because, again, I still don't know what I really need. But it's hard for me to be asked how I am because I'm not okay. And it's hard for me to be asked how Mike is because he's not okay. And being asked if I have support, sure, to some degree. I have my daughter here, my eldest daughter here now, which has been really good to not be alone, and she made me coffee this morning and brought me a light breakfast that didn't bother my tummy and tried to get me to rest. She really tried, but I'm so busy now trying to do the other things that I haven't been able to do because I've been at the hospital, so trying to take care of those other things that are still on my plate and stuff, and so I still haven't rested, and so I really have to figure out how to delegate some of those things, if I can. So our son is going to take morning visit again tomorrow, and I'm really going to do my best just to stay in bed and get to bed early tonight. My daughter and I are going to go for a walk because it's beautiful out, and go people watching and try to distract myself that way. And it's hard for me to stay away from the hospital But I'm finding that I sit there and watch the monitor and drive myself crazy, and probably the nurses too. Because I'm trying so hard to figure out what to do next and what's the next step and how I can be an advocate, and I don't know anymore. And I just hope for the best. But I just wanted to share with you guys what I know, again, which is not much, and I really feel like, do I have to go see my GP every time I need to find out how Mike's really doing? I don't know. I need to find a garage that I can rent with a lift, so that when my son comes back from Fort McMurray, that he can try to fix the vehicles that need fixing that are sitting in my yard. I'm trying to get the rest of the parts for my motorcycle so that I can try to find somebody to help fix my motorcycle, because I think that would be therapeutic for me. I've got two of them, and they both need some things, but one needs fork seals done, and I need to find a metal, I don't know what they call it, machinist, I think, for a choke dial. I'm not sure what it's called. And I need to buy tires, and then to put my stator in, and tires on my other one. And anyway, I don't know how to do that, and I'm not there, I'm not in Edson, so anyway, I think that's about it. And thank you to the people too who recognize that. I've had a number of people talk to me and say, I'm sorry, I don't know what to say to you, and I'm grateful, because there's nothing you probably can say, and I appreciate your acknowledgement that there's no words for this situation. So thank you, because it's true. There are no words, and but I still feel the love, and again, thank you for the care. And I'm trying to figure out what my needs are so that I can maybe put them out there. But if you feel led to do something, then please just do it, because I couldn't tell you whether I need it or not, or what I need. So the only thing is, I have to say too, I've had several offers of, I'll bring you to, our place, or, whatever, and sit and have some wine or whatever. And I find I do appreciate those offers. I just find the time is hard, because it's hard for me to spend time away from the hospital unless I know that I have someone there to advocate for Mike. And we're back to only having 2 designates now, so it's hard for me to take that time. And then, I'm not really great company either, so there is that. I'm not, my usual self. So that's it for this update. It's really long, and I'm sorry I don't have wonderful positive things to say. I really want to leave videos with some words of encouragement and positivity, for everybody. And I'm really sorry. And eventually I will again. I know I will. But right now I just don't know how. Except to say that I love you all. And please stay safe. Keep your loved ones close. Let them know that you love them. And be true to yourselves. Because you come first. That's it for now. Good night.